The villain arc. What is the villain arc? You see, the villain arc is whenever you go through betrayal, a breakup, or the death of a loved one. Whenever someone is in the villain arc, they usually tend to do some bad stuff. Like, they usually hate people, they go to the gym to get a better physique, just to impress their enemies or get revenge on them. Or to impress your ex while your ex is seeing someone else. Whenever you're in the villain arc, you're just not a good person, and you tend to have a lot of enemies, and you want to get revenge on a lot of people. Now, there is ways to escape the villain arc. Don't don't ever enter the villain arc unless you're already in the villain arc and you're here to escape it. So, if you're not in the villain arc and you're watching this video, I will tell you later on how to skip the villain arc if you go through a betrayal or the death of a loved one. So, to escape the villain arc, the one thing you want is peace. You want peace with everyone. You don't want any enemies. You don't want enemies. And you don't want anyone to hate anyone. But sadly, people still have enemies. But you, my friend, you don't have enemies. I don't have enemies either. You see, I used to have enemies. I used to hate people. I've been betrayed. My girlfriend broke up with me because she liked someone else. But I've never experienced the death of a loved one before. But I entered my own villain arc at one point. Which in reality, the villain arc is just an emo phase. Because I was pretty emo in my villain arc. But then I realized I found peace. Because I started working out because I wanted to genuinely get stronger. I wanted to be able to do more. I wanted to provide for more people. And then I started meditating. I started reading. The book I've been reading lately is the Bible. But one prime example of having no enemies is that some of you guys know, because I kind of clearly gave it out, is Vinland Saga. Now, I know this might sound stupid, but Vinland Saga is one of the best examples of loving your enemies. So, if you guys haven't seen Vinland Saga, this part will be kind of confusing, but I'll make sure it's the most understandable. So, it's about a guy who seeks revenge for the man who killed his father. But the person who killed his father uses the boy to kill a lot of other people. But later on, he becomes a slave, and then he starts to realize that what he's been doing was wrong. So then, later on, he finds true peace, and he has no enemies. Now, the way to escape the villain arc is you need to find true peace. I already said that. Why am I saying it again? But still, it is a very crucial part. It's finding true peace. Now, the next step is not hating people at all. Now, sure, you can dislike someone, but hate is a very powerful word. And you can't just hate someone because they don't like you or whatever. And that's just dumb. Because if you hate someone and you for example, if you actually do get revenge, Would it make you happy? Think about it. Because like when you get revenge, nothing happens. Even if you do get revenge and you're like a teenager, you don't become successful. That's why like the villain arc is one of the worst arcs to enter. But like be a better person. Have no enemies. Now, I don't think I have to explain how to skip the villain arc because I've said the have no enemies thing like way too much, I think. But I'm going to say it again. Have no enemies. You don't have enemies. Because hating someone, if you like hate someone just because like they did something to you or they don't like you or they don't appreciate you or take you seriously enough, you don't understand what true hate is. True hate is when someone kills a family member or someone like takes everything you have. But it's okay to like dislike someone or just like never talk to them again. But that doesn't mean they're your enemy. Now, if you do come across a person that seems like an enemy, the best thing to do is negotiate peace with them. And sometimes they want to be friends with you if you show them that you're a truly good person. Cuz people like truly good people. And if they like try to like roast you or whatever or like say bad stuff to you, don't fight back cuz they will dislike you more if you start fighting back. So the villain arc is like really bad. I know I already said that. I need to like stop repeating myself. That's the one thing I need to fix. Now we're going to be talking about the good arc. The good arc is where you become a better person. You work out because you love yourself, not because you hate your body or whatever. Not because you want to impress people. I don't work out because I want to impress people. I work out because I love myself and I love my body. If you truly appreciate yourself, then truly work on yourself. Like truly show yourself that you appreciate yourself. Because like let's say like this guy, he works out just because he wants to get revenge on his enemies. But that's not a good thing. Now, I make better habits for myself because I want to change myself. And so I start reading, I start meditating, I find really productive hobbies. And you just like, but the main thing is, I have no enemies. And you don't either. Having no enemies is the greatest thing ever. Because negotiating peace with people is the greatest thing ever. Having so much friends, people you can talk to your problems about, and just like talking to people in general is one of the greatest things ever. So don't enter the villain arc. Because if you like enter the villain arc, will it really make you successful? Just think about it for a second. No, it won't. But if you enter the good person arc and you become a good person, you really focus on your goals, you work out because you love yourself, and the main thing, you have no enemies. I have no enemies. And that's it for the video. Just don't be that guy who stays in the villain arc. Cause, maybe one day you'll enter the villain arc and you're like, and then you exit it, like, because you don't feel that burning rage anymore because you give up on that burning rage. And then you're like, wow, I feel empty inside. Yeah. But if you enter the good person arc, you'll be successful. Don't be that guy. I entered the villain arc, and it was the worst mistake of my life. But now I've changed, and I bettered myself. And you can too. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have an amazing day. You guys are truly awesome. You have no enemies.